any reward. A few weeks later, the researchers returned, handed out the drawing paper and crayons, and measured how much the children played with them. Surprisingly, the children who'd received the medals on the first occasion spent significantly less time drawing than their classmates. So why did this happen? According to Lepper, the children who were offered the medals thought something along the lines of, well, let me see here. Adults usually offer me rewards when they want me to do something I don't like doing. An adult is offering me a gold medal for drawing, therefore I must not like drawing. The effect has been replicated many times, and the conclusion is clear. If you set children an activity they enjoy and reward them for doing it, the reward reduces the enjoyment and demotivates them. Within a few seconds, you transform play into work. It could be argued that this only applies to activities people enjoy, and the rewards actually encourage people in relation to tasks they dislike. To test this theory, a few years ago I ran a study in which two groups of people were asked to take part in an experiment in which they spend an afternoon picking up litter in a London park. Participants were told they were taking part in an experiment examining how best to persuade people to look after their local parks. One group were paid handsomely for their time, while the other was only given a small amount of cash. After an hour or so of back-breaking and tedious work, everyone rated the degree to which they'd enjoyed the afternoon. You might think that those clutching the large amount of well-earned cash would be more positive than those who'd given their time for very little money. In fact, the result was the exact opposite. The average enjoyment rating of the handsomely paid group was a measly 2 out of 10, while the modestly paid group's average rating was a whopping 8.5. It seems that those who'd been paid well had thought, well, let me see. People usually pay me for things I don't enjoy. I was paid a large amount, so I must dislike tidying the park. In contrast, those who received less money thought, well, I don't need to be paid much to do something I enjoy. I did the tidying for very little, therefore I must have enjoyed cleaning the park. According to the results of the study, it seems that excessive rewards may have a detrimental effect on the attitude of the people doing the tasks. These findings have been replicated time and again. Almost regardless of the nature of the rewards or tasks, those who are offered a carrot tend not to perform as well as those who don't expect to receive anything. Some of the studies have shown short-term boosts in performance, but over the long haul, rewards tend to destroy the very behaviour they're designed to encourage. As we've seen, what doesn't work is to motivate people with the promise of a reward. So what form of incentive does work best? To encourage people to do more of something they enjoy, try presenting them with the occasional small surprise reward after they've completed the activity, or praise the fruits of their labour. When it's something they don't enjoy, a realistic but not excessive reward is effective at the start, followed by feel-good comments that encourage them to pursue the activity. If only everyone was a good park-tidying citizen like you. However, there are alternatives to instant persuasion other than praise, modest rewards, and cheesy comments. For quick and effective techniques, whether in negotiations, or to help out an emergency, or getting the odd favour or two, think about putting your foot in the door, understanding groupthink, and why it's really better to give than receive. Giving the perfect interview. There is an old joke about a man being interviewed for a new job and being told, you know, in this job, we really need someone who's responsible. The man thinks for a moment and then replies, I'm perfect for you. In my last job, lots of things went badly wrong and they always said I was responsible. Unfortunately, disastrous replies are common in genuine interviews, but help is at hand. Over the past 30 years, psychologists have investigated the key factors that impress interviewers. The work has resulted in several quick and effective techniques that can significantly increase your chances of being offered your dream job. Ask any employer to explain why they chose one applicant in preference to another, and they'll tell you that it's a matter of which candidate had the best qualifications and personal skills for the job. To help make the process as rational and fair as possible, many draw up a list of key skills required by the successful candidate, study each applicant's CV for evidence of those skills, and use a face-to-face interview to discover a little more information. But research conducted by Chad Higgins from the University of Washington and Timothy Judge from the University of Florida